Most parents turn on built-in screen time limits, hand over the phone, and assume they've secured their child's digital life. But the reality is, standard native parental controls only show you what the user actually wants you to see. Basic screen time limits provide a false sense of security. They track how long a child spends on their phone, but offer no insight into who they are talking to or the actual substance of those conversations. Children are adept at concealing their activity. They manually scrub call logs and migrate their most sensitive interactions to platforms like Snapchat and Instagram, where messages are designed to disappear. The threats to a child's safety thrive in the digital blind spot, the unseen data that exists outside the reach of standard monitoring apps. SpyBubble Pro is a dedicated surveillance countermeasure. It is designed to bypass surface-level metrics and recover the data that users try to keep hidden. There is a critical 2026 update. The software has completely abandoned iPhone support. It is now strictly limited to Android devices. Installation on an Android requires physical access to the device just once. Crucially, it does not require complex or invasive rooting to gain access to the system. Once installed, the software runs silently in the background. It is entirely invisible to the user, with no icons to give away its presence. This setup alters the power dynamic. A child private device effectively becomes a silent, one-way transmitter, feeding every interaction directly to an external dashboard. The software logs standard SMS texts and call histories immediately, even if the user deletes them seconds later. The concept of deleted no longer means gone. This recovery also covers encrypted third-party applications. Transcripts from WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger are captured and stored in your dashboard, regardless of whether they are wiped from the phone itself. Beyond app logs, the platform utilizes a keylogger. It records every physical interaction with the keyboard, capturing text as it is typed. This keylogger catches the data that never gets sent, like typed passwords or search queries that the child deletes before hitting enter. Parents can also gain remote access to the phone's hardware. You can silently trigger the camera to see the device's physical surroundings in real time. Similarly, you can hijack the microphone for live audio surveillance, listening to what is happening around the phone without the screen ever lighting up. By capturing raw input and hardware data, SpyBubble Pro ensures that digital deletion is no longer a viable way to hide activity. Location tracking is another core component. The software provides real-time GPS coordinates and stores a history of every location the device has visited throughout the day. However, the platform lacks a significant security feature: geofencing. Standard GPS tracking only provides a static point-in-time location. You have to manually log in and check the map to see if your child is where they are supposed to be. Geofencing would automate this by triggering an alert the moment the device crosses an invisible line. Without it, you are responsible for monitoring their movements yourself. It is also important to stay within legal boundaries. This tool is intended strictly for parental control over your own children. Using it without consent in other contexts can violate privacy laws. For Android users who need to see through digital blind spots, SpyBubble Pro is an effective data recovery tool. But if your child uses an iPhone, or if you need automated boundary alerts, you will need to look elsewhere.